The perfect weather opportunity for you to go to see a play, right, at Syracuse Stage?
Yes, running right now through February 16th. It is the original play, The Wolves. And joining us in the studio, we have a couple of cast members from The Wolves, Rachael Logue and Cassia Thompson. Ladies, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Now, this is about a teenage girls' soccer team, right?
That's right. Exactly.
Okay. Now, I got to ask, do either of you play soccer, or is this something you have to learn for the show?
I actually did. I played through middle school and high school and on a club team, and I played for about 11 years total. So
cool.
It feels so fun to get to, do two things I love wrapped up in one.
Cassia,
we were talking about how...
play?
Yeah, in high school, you could not have paid me to play a sport. I had to, throughout the rehearsing process, I kept sending pictures and texts to my family, like, look, I'm playing a sport, because they just did not believe me. They were like, oh, okay, sure, you're acting a sport. And then I sent them a soccer trick, and they were like, oh, wow.
That's cool. That's very
there's
cool.
so many kids' soccer teams around here. And I guess that's what everybody's been talking about, that this is such a relatable story and play.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We had our first preview last night, and we had... women of all different ages coming up to say, oh my gosh, this sounds exactly like my daughters, the way they talk and the subject matter and the different topics that they bounce, to and from and back and forth with.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it's very relatable.
The show, it actually takes place at like an indoor soccer practice field.
Exactly.
And it's the team going through their warm-up rituals. And...
Yes, every week. It's several Saturday mornings in January where the group is just warming up and getting psyched and ready for a game, and they're talking and they're challenging each other's ideas, and you're learning more about their relationships and their home lives, and it's just really... Sarah DeLapp, the playwright, likens it to seeing warriors get ready for battle.
Oh, wow.
And you'll see it from the very first scene. We're just talking and we're having this interesting discussion. All of a sudden, a whistle blows telling us it's ready.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like gladiators. It's just getting exercising and getting ready to go to war. And it's just
how cool.
Yeah.
So what has been your favorite part of doing this production? I mean, it sounds as though you guys do a lot of different theater productions. What's so fun about this one?
I think the physical activity for me, so many things. One, getting to play non-apologetic, athletic high school girl.
Exactly.
Because that's not really portrayed. You see so many older pieces of theater that you have that young ingenue who is not very, faceted. There's just, one or two dimensions to her, and she needs help from a guy to help save her, or needs someone to fall in love with. But these are young women on the verge of making it into adulthood. That sort of special, magical, fleeting moment where you still have some childhood in you, and you're still learning. You're just learning about what it's like to be an adult.
Sure.
So that's amazing to play. And then we're strong, capable, sweaty girls.
I got to ask, do we know if there are area high school girls soccer teams that are planning on coming to see the show? Did we book some field trips, do we know? Or?
I hope so.
We have some student matinees planned,
Yes.
a couple 10:30 shows, so hopefully we'll have some area high schools get to see it.
I know that we have a soccer mom who works here, and she's bringing her whole team.
Oh, cool.
Because she
That'll
just
be
is thrilled
wonderful.
about this topic. So, yeah.
Our soccer coach, Carmen Maslin, she played all throughout her childhood, semi-pro, and her husband works at Syracuse. He's the coach for the men's soccer team, so I know they have a lot of connections, so we're hoping to also bring in some through them, because they're very loved in this community, and it was wonderful to work with Carmen. She was such a good, exciting, positive, intense force. I actually learned soccer.
Because you're going to end by being an athlete after this is all over.
Because
Tell
of
your family.
yes,
That's right.
absolutely.
Well, SyracuseStage.org is where you can get tickets. It is playing as we speak,
and we've been
right
actually
through
giving
February
away tickets, too.
16th.
Yeah.
So enjoy it. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, even though it's a girls soccer team is very relatable for men and women of all ages. So
exactly.
It's going to be a great show. Thank you again for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
The Wolves at Syracuse Stage through February 16th.